all change is culture change. And yes, I have received pushback on that, but I stand firm. The most common question I hear when I say that is, what about a technology change? Because there's a belief among many that a tech implementation, whether that's a new software tool, an upgrade to an existing tool, whatever it might be, does not include culture change. And as you might expect from what I've already said, I disagree. Who am I to disagree? Hi, I'm Grace Judson, and I'm a change leadership expert working primarily with technology companies to help them avoid the people problems that derail their tech consulting projects and technology implementations. Because tech project managers have enough to do without having the added responsibility of managing the client's end user teams, and the client often doesn't have the skills required to really make sure that the end user teams have what they need in order to get through what is a culture change. So, getting back to this question of culture and tech, let's start by defining what I mean by culture and culture change. I think once you see my perspective on those, you'll get why I say that all change, even tech change, is also a culture change. So, if you Google what is company culture, the same answer comes up multiple times. Company culture is a shared set of workplace beliefs, values, attitudes, standards, purposes, and behaviors. Okay, I don't exactly disagree with that, but I do think there's an easier way to describe it. Very simply, it's the personality of the company. Culture is the experience that people, whether that's employees, leaders, customers, vendors, or the wider outside audience, have when interacting with the company. It's about how we do things around here, and it's not necessarily related to formally defined values, purpose, vision, or mission. As we all know, vision, mission, and values are all too often wordsmithed versions of how we like to do things around here rather than the actual reality. After all, how many instances are there of not so great cultures that have pretty posters on their walls and websites about what they profess to believe in? Okay, enough said on that. Ultimately, culture is about people. So, since culture is about people, culture change is anything that requires any group of people within the organization to do something differently than they've always done it around here. Culture change is anything requiring new learning, new skills or modification to existing skills, and or new processes, procedures, or workflows, including changes to interactions with other people, and so on. If you're on an end user team going through a technology update or a new tech installation, then you have to do something differently than you've done it before. You have to learn the new tech. You might have different procedures or workflows than before. You might need to interact with different people as part of those new workflows, and so on. That's culture change. And here's the thing. Culture interacts with the change and is changed by the change. How your team, department, division, and company handle disruption and uncertainty will impact how the change unfolds, and how the change unfolds will in turn impact how the team, department, division, and company behave going forward. Technology changes are stressful for the end users. People don't always react well to differences in the apps and tools they have to use. Hey, I'm a long-term tech person who grew up in software development and who has what my husband believes is a bit of an uncanny ability to get any app, system, or program to just work. And I'm still unnerved and frustrated sometimes when things change out from underneath me. We need to recognize that there are a host of concerns and questions that anyone impacted by a change might have. Job security can be a big one. The ability or lack thereof to learn the new thing is another, just for two quick examples. Now, this includes your customers, by the way, who may suddenly have to do things differently in interacting with your company. So, yeah, managing the people aspect, which means the culture aspect of any change, whether technology or anything else, is an essential part of a successful change, no matter what that change might appear to be on the outside or on the surface. Are you dealing with or perhaps anticipating a change that's not specifically a culture change? take some time based on what we've said here today to consider what people aspects, culture aspects might be being overlooked, and then think about how you can address them. So if you have any questions on this, or if you had an aha moment, drop a comment below. I always come back to answer comments. Check out the resources down in the video description below. And of course, do remember to subscribe and hit that bell so you'll know when I release a new video. Meanwhile, go forth, consider your end user teams, and think about how you can help them through the culture change they face with any new technology update. Take care.